This right here is the 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe and Suburban, and I'm gonna show you all the changes they made right now. All right guys, so starting off with the design, it's obviously all new for 2025, a big update, and this right here is the Z71 grade. Obviously, you can tell that because of the badging right here, but they made improvements to the styling for 2025. And starting with the wheels, these are now 20-inch wheels with all-terrain tires. The Wrangler tires, good for just getting you from the dealership straight to some trails. But aside from that, you also get all new LED daytime lights, or signature lights is what they're calling them. A lot more sleek on the top end, and the same signature you'd get from the previous model year Tahoe and Suburban, but it's a lot more sleek, and they have really cool walk-up animations. And then this right here is your headlight unit, but your fog light is actually peaking down here. So you still get headlights and fog lights on the Z71 for 2025. As far as the grille goes, I'm just gonna walk across here and show you get this nice blacked out bow tie, nice gloss back, very aggressive front grille, very fitting for that off-road trail inspired design. And then you get Z71 badging right here. And if you come down, you'll see this nice little fascia here. You get red recovery hooks, and if you take a peek below that, you get a metal skid plate. So that's carrying over. You still get that, which is great. And it blends really nicely into the front fascia. But let's keep going along the side here and see what else you get. So you get paint colored mirror caps right here, and you get one of your cameras as far as the 360 surround view camera. And new for 2025, which you won't be able to see because these are prototypes, is a top-down projection view using those cameras to give you a top-down view, which is really cool. And that'll also show up on the trailering. So that's super nice to see. You get this nice blacked out Tahoe badge. Very bold, very iconic name plate, obviously. And then down here you get running boards, so step. Not really a rock slider. It's not really meant to, really handle the weight. It's more just for you to step on for this case. But I'm sure you can get something like that if you'd like to. You get nice gloss black on the window surround, so that's your B pillar right here and the C pillar. Be this nice design styling coming around the back here. But to be honest with you guys, I want to hop inside and show you guys the biggest changes. But we're going to do that on this high country grade. It's a Suburban, but let's hop inside. All right guys, so hopping inside, I want to start with the seats. It's got the mocha brown heated and ventilated seats with high country embossed in the headrest. You get this nice piping that goes around the side. You can see it down here. Very nice, very classy. And if you come along to the dash, you now get nice perforated leather, a high country bed that's very nice to see, but leather on the dash, and then open pore, genuine wood. And coming along to the screen, you get a nice 17.7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Google built-in, and built-in Wi-Fi. You still get a physical volume knob up top here, and you still got that nice resting place, like I said earlier. If you need to interface with this, it's nice open pore wood, which is cool to see that translate all the way across the dash. Coming down here, you get physical AC controls, which is great. Wireless charging pad, which is huge to fit those huge phones that have been coming out these days. USB-A and USB-C port, 2 cup holders, and then the center console is a carryover. So it's still really large. And on top of that, you can still slide it back if you want to get that large shelf opening right here. And if you also want to pull out that hidden shelf that you guys know about, and if you want to slide over the armrest, you can do that as well. But let's hop over to the driver's side and see what you get there. Moving on to the driver's side, you get a nice revised steering wheel for 2025. You have Super Cruise on this one, which has an updated little beacon for the beam right there to tell you how if it's on active, standby, and stuff like that. You get nice, beefy, leather wrap steering wheel. It is heated. All your steering wheel controls are right here. It's a nice sleek design, a nice revision for 2025. And right behind that is a large center display. We're not having it on right here because this is pre-production, so keep that in mind. But up top, you still get the large customizable heads-up display. And that's nice to still see in 2025. Coming along the side down here, you see your physical buttons, which is great. You still get your drive mode selector, your transfer case controls. You have your headlight controls, your trailer brake right here, parking sensors, 360 surround view cameras, all that stuff can be activated here. Your parking brake. I'm gonna grab this real quick and I wanna show you guys the new gear selector. So it is revised. You used to have the push button gear selector, but that space is now taken up by a huge 17.7-inch screen. So now you get the gear selector. The way you activate it, I'll show you guys real quick right here. So you guys can look at that, is you pull back for neutral, pull back and up for reverse, pull back and down for drive, and then push right here, P, for park. So that's how that works. All right, let's hop into the second row real quick. I'll have you on that side. All right, let me know when. In the second row, you aren't going to see a lot of changes compared to the 2024, 2023 model years. There is some new software operating on these touchscreens, which is a nice revision, nice update, but they're the same size and they still work, so you can still plug in a HDMI port. You still get the HDMI access over here, your wall outlet, so you can hook up your video games, a laptop, whatever you need, and you can still use these to watch YouTube, Hulu, all that good stuff. The seats still get the same treatment, which is nice from the back, the nice perforation. They're heated, they aren't ventilated, but they still slide, they still recline, and you get a nice walkway down the back. And I'm actually gonna just bring this down here for you guys, just show you that. I can also press this button to bring it up over here, just like the previous one. And I mean, on the Suburban, you get a lot more rear legroom, but still loads of headroom, loads of legroom. The biggest update for 2025, guys, is a radar sensor that'll actually detect motion, because you have a rear seat reminder. Now it'll actually alert you if it senses movement in the third row. So in case you, let's say, afraid a dog, a child, God forbid, they're trapped in here and they have no means of getting out, it'll alert you or the surroundings of that, which is a nice update to see for 2025. But with that, let's hop in the back. I want to show you guys a cool aspect of the trunk that's new for this year. All right, guys, so I'm gonna lock the vehicle right now, and I'm gonna stand further away right here. If you wanna just come look at me real quick and follow me. So we lock the vehicle. If you stand further out, this is how you kind of activate this new feature. The way it works is if I put the key in my pocket, let's say my hands are full, I'm carrying a huge load of stuff, getting ready for a road trip, right? I walk up to the vehicle, and what it should do, we hope, because you have to stand out for a certain amount of time. I don't know if I just did that, but 1, 2, 3, it'll open up just with the key in my pocket, and that kind of replaces the, you have to kick under it, no one wants to be on one leg when they're carrying something heavy. Chevrolet thought of that, and I think that standing behind you for 3 seconds is enough time so you can easily load in, unload what you need to do, and obviously take advantage of the huge storage space you get on both the Tahoe and the Suburban. So, and a carryover for this model year is the same buttons to control the third row seats. You can fold those flat if you want. They're really fast. The seat's pretty far back and the headrest didn't fold down, but you can fold that down. You still get the same controls for 2025, and that's great to see because those are super convenient to use when you just need to get a whole bunch of space. I think it's like 127 cubic feet with the Tahoe and even more with the Suburban because of that extended size, that extended length, which is great. And while we close the tailgate, I want to talk about design styling differences. You get this nice black, this nice gloss black beam that goes across the side. And on the High Country, you get clear taillights and this cool little taillight design that's updated for this year. And if you come down here, you'll see squared off exhaust tips, which is nice, unique to the High Country. And if we go over to the Z71, you get something unique there. So it's nice that they pay attention to the entire design and made it unique depending on the grade, because here you get the red taillight lens, and then if you come down here, you get the circled quad-tipped exhaust setup, and that's great. But let's actually open up the hood. I'm gonna talk about powertrains for a quick second. So under the hood, the 6.2 liter and the 5.3 liter engines are carryover, but the 3 liter Duramax now gets a 10% improvement in power, and you can get it on the Z71 package, which Chevy knows a lot of people have been asking for because of that extra torque and the fact that it's a diesel on a large SUV. It's not offered in a lot of vehicles in North America for 2025 at this point. So that's great to see that they're expanding the lineup and improving the power plants. So, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer as many as I can. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.